impossible. And suddenly, you are doing the impossible. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, the year was 2000 and I was 7 years old. That day, for the first time in my life, I watched a horror movie. That night, when the lights went off, I experienced fear, the likeness of which I had never experienced before. I screamed out loud. My mother came and comforted me, but that did not help. From that day, I started fearing darkness. In the movie, there was a ghost who would kill people in the dark, who would catch people at secluded places and kill them. Darkness and silence were his accomplice, and that is why I started fearing both of them. So much so that it started interfering with my life, with my studies, with my every aspect of life which was beyond the degree. After evening, I would feel handicapped. And one day, I was very much disappointed and I was just sitting on a chair. That day, my father came up to me and sat beside me. He held his arms on my shoulders and said, "Son, fear is an illusion. Overcome it by taking action." So should I start watching action movies now? No, it did not mean that. Well, his words inspired me to take action. I started challenging it. I started tackling my fear. Whenever the fear was bigger, I would try to tackle it. And gradually, but was it easy? No. My friends, it was very difficult. But gradually the fear went away. And the sense of accomplishment that I gained that day was the biggest accolade I ever gave. 5 years hence, I'm standing on the banks of Damodar River. All my friends are in the water, swimming and enjoying. This is because, as a child, I had almost drowned into the sea, and that had led me to have a phobia from water. But my father's word again resonated in my mind. Fear is your illusion. Overcome it by taking action. I immediately jumped into the water. I panicked. I hit my hands and legs. I was drowning, but my friends helped me. They kept me afloat and I did not go back. I remained in the water and that day I broke another chain of fear. And then, my friends, in ISL, I came here. Here again, I discovered a fear, which is common, I believe, with all of you. Can you guess what that is? Exactly. Something else?
Fear of public speaking.
Exactly. So, I discovered I had a fear of public speaking and I had to improve it. It was going to be the deciding factor of my success. And I realized it soon. So in every Toastmasters meeting, I would come prepared mentally. Today I have to go there. Today I'll speak in the debate topic section. But in every meeting, I would find some or the other reason, some or the other excuse of not going there. And it went on. Have you had that experience? And then one day, the attendance was closed, just as it is today. And that day I gathered all the courage I had and raised my hand. The table topics master called me. I went on the stage, she read the topic, and I took the piece of paper. It was an easy one, but I could barely speak for a minute. Throughout, my legs were shaking, my hands were shaking, there was sweat, and I felt as if the throat was dry. I wanted that the earth would split and I would be stuck into it. But nothing of that's what happened. But that first step proved to be the stepping stone of my successful journey in this club. I have had several fears in my life, from the fear of darkness to water to beauty and several other things. But taking the first step and overcoming them has taught me to overcome my fear of failure. I ask you, what is your fear? cannot overcome your fear by going around it or by going above it or going below it. If you want to overcome your fear,